Hi everyone, I hope you are well, and I am so excited to bring you this extra bonus module, which is all about journaling for fat loss. So, you might have heard of journaling before. It's something that I have now been doing on and off for a couple of years. And for me personally, I find that it really helps me to understand my thoughts better, to understand myself better when I write things down. Now, what we're going to go through in this bonus module is all the main things that you need to know about journaling. But one of the things I'll say is that a lot of the time, what will happen is people get stuck with journaling because they overthink it and they want to know exactly what they should be writing. But the thing is, nobody can know exactly what you should be writing because it should be coming from your brain. So remember to just kind of go with the flow with it. There are some really good, like, inspirational females on Instagram who talk a lot about journaling. If you are really struggling with this, then I can definitely let you know who they are. But I'd say first, just have a go at it yourself. It's all about creating the environment and the kind of freedom for those thoughts to flow. So it's going to be a really nice bit of time for you to spend, like in the morning or on an evening on your own, just for you. So I'm dead excited about this one. Okay, so what is journaling then? Journaling is really simply just writing down your thoughts and feelings to understand them more clearly. So it really, really helps if you struggle to sleep, if you struggle with depression or anxiety. It can help to get you to gain control of your emotions and help to improve your mental health. So, with regards to journaling, when, like, people say, when should I journal? But really, you can do it any time of the day, like whenever feels good to you, whenever fits in with your routine. You've got some downtime, maybe you're just having a cup of tea, just grab your journal out, sit with your thoughts and, write what's there. But I personally find that it's most effective when it's either done first thing in the morning or on an evening, like when all of your other tasks have been done, because you really want to be entering a really calm, really peaceful, really relaxed state, not thinking about all the other things that you have to do. Just that should be really protected time for you to just work on you. So, you know a little bit about journaling now. Like, you're probably starting to form ideas in your head about when you should be journaling, but you might be thinking, well, okay, that's great, but how does journaling help me with losing weight? So, for women, I know, speaking from personal experience, there are a lot of emotions attached to our weight, to our physical appearance, and to certain areas of our bodies. By journaling, you can work through those fears, work through those points of anxiety, and start to break them down so that they have less meaning and impact on your day to day life. And by doing that, then you are going to be able to work through those irrational thoughts, work through, the stuff that just doesn't really make sense. And it doesn't make sense. And that it's a load of bullshit, but you don't know how to stop those thoughts. It's going to really help with that. So obviously we've talked about the absolute fundamentals, but now it's like, what should I be journaling? You're telling me that I should be journaling, that I should be writing down my fears and my anxieties, but what exactly should I be saying? And as I say, you can really write anything that you want, anything that comes to mind. But if it's like negative thoughts and feelings, then you need to make sure that you are breaking down those feelings rather than building them up. And obviously, for what we're doing, we want to really be focusing it around how you look, how you feel about how you look, how you feel about what you wear, how you feel about your confidence, anything that's to do with yourself, like your self-image, your self-worth. So I do have a bit of a framework that you can follow just to help you keep some structure. And I always aim to do about a page, but um, it can be, oh, excuse me, it can be just however much I feel is necessary on the day. So here's the framework that I tend to follow for myself. And then obviously you can give it a try and see if it works for you. So first things first, I will like obviously get up. Like for me, I do it in the morning. So I'll get up first thing in the morning, go downstairs, like make a coffee, and I'll just sit in silence for a little bit, like a couple of minutes, and sit and think. And then I'll start journaling. And what I do is I first write down what thoughts and feelings I've woken up with that particular day. Now, these could be positive or negative. So then I'll write down, like in some paragraphs, like I'll write down what those thoughts and feelings are that I've woken up with. And then I'll just move on to writing down why, if it's negative, it's a load of bullshit. So if I, for example, say to myself, I can never lose weight, like I'm never going to be able to lose weight. Why is that a load of bullshit? You've probably already lost weight in the past. So that's an immediate, okay, well, actually, I know that I can lose weight because I've done it in the past. So why do I feel like right now I can't lose weight? It might be because, like delving into this deeper, you might say, well, I've never done it this way before. Okay, so does that mean it's not going to work? No, it doesn't, because I've seen that my coach has got other people results. Like you break it down like that, and that's the best way that I can like advise you. So once you've done all of that bit, then we want to focus on the future and the positive stuff. So write down every day that you do this, write down where you want to be at the end of the 12 weeks, because that's going to help you visualize that person. Like, who is Sophie at the end of this 12-week program? Like, what does she do differently? How does she act? How does she handle situations that right now she doesn't feel like she can handle? And then after you've done that, I want you to write down how you are becoming that woman already. Like if Sophie in 12 weeks time exercises regularly and enjoys it, well, if we've already started on Project You and you're enjoying it, you're already there. Like that is already ticked off. And that should really help you to feel in an empowered, positive place about yourself, about your self-image, and about your body. So it's really like reminding you every single day about what you're trying to achieve. It's not just going into it thinking, oh, well, I'll just see how it goes. You should have a very clear idea of who you want to be at the end of the 12 weeks. Even if it feels completely unrealistic to you, trust me, some of the girls in the last Project You achieved things that they never thought they would be able to achieve in 8 weeks. So if they can do that in 8 weeks, imagine what we can do in 12. So then, as I mentioned, I do this in a morning personally. So I wanted to talk a bit about your morning routine, because it really is true that how you start your morning will impact how the rest of your day goes. So from now on, I want you to start your morning intentionally. So what that means is that you are doing things with purpose, that you are being proactive in a morning, not reactive to the morning. So by this, like a few things that I, encourage clients to do, I personally do them and do more. But the first one is you want to be waking up at least 30 minutes earlier than you need to be up. So if you have to get up by a certain time for work, get up half an hour earlier. That will give you like some time to just focus on yourself in the morning. Like, even if you've got kids, like there's no reason you can't still do this. Like everybody can make this time for themselves. Hydrate yourself with a pint of water. So this gets your brain going. We all know you'll have been dehydrated during the night. So you should always be waking up and having a pint of water to start your day. Just 1 second. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Somebody came to the door, so I had to pause the recording. So hydrate yourself with a pint of water. Then if you enjoy having like a coffee or a tea in the morning or another drink like a fruit juice, make a drink that you can sip with, and then this is going to enter your like morning state. So once you've done that, you're going to get your journal out, get your notepad out, whatever you're using for this 12 weeks. And I want you to write down at least 5 things that you are grateful for. Because no matter how hard life is, like we all know, 2020 has been a fucking shit year. Sorry for swearing. But there's still stuff to be grateful for. There's still always something to be grateful for, even if it literally is the coffee that you've got in your cup. Like most mornings, I write down that I'm grateful for my coffee because I wouldn't be able to function without it. But write down 5 things that you're grateful for, and they really don't have to be like, I'm grateful for world peace, even though we haven't got that. It doesn't have to be something super significant, just something personal to you that you truly are grateful for. And it might start at first, it might take you a bit of time to think about this. And if you're a parent, you don't have to be grateful for your kids every single day. Like you can be grateful for stuff that's personal to you, that's got nothing to do with the rest of your family. Like your identity is you. And they are a part of your identity, but they are not the whole part of it. So then if you've woken up with feeling negative, like I mentioned before, like even if you don't do your full journaling in the morning, write out those negative thoughts and feelings and release them. And what we mean by releasing them is that you let them go. So you're not going to carry them for through the rest of your day. So sometimes I'll wake up feeling a bit groggy, feeling a bit miserable, and just a bit like, oh, I really can't be bothered with, say, the plans that I've got put in for the day. Actually, no, I'll find a way to be happy about those plans and grateful for those plans. And then I say, no, I'm releasing this negative energy. It may be that somebody's pissed you off the night before. And you forgive that person. You don't have to actually physically forgive them, but you'll write it down like, I feel like this person has, really upset me because of X, Y, and Z, but I forgive them. I release that negativity because the negative energy is not serving you. It is not doing you any good. And the more often you can recognize it, accept it, and release it, then the more positive your life is going to become. And that will all make this process so much easier. So then once you've done that, I set intentions for the day. And it can be literally just as little as thinking, what is the one thing I can do today which will get me closer to the person that I want to be? And what you might find is that actually you're already so close to being that person. But what is the intentions that you're setting? And this isn't your to-do list. This is like, how do you want to behave throughout the day? Like, how do you see your day going? Like, are you going to, handle a situation like maybe you've got a call with a manager or something like that, and normally you'd be really stressed about it, but are you going to handle it calmly this time? And are you going to go into the day feeling positive about having your exercise session? All that type of stuff. Like whatever it is that comes first to your mind for that particular day, write it down. And like you can do all of this in 30 minutes. Like it doesn't have to be, a really long, arduous process. But I literally challenge every single one of you to do this every day for at least a week and tell me that you do not feel better and feel more positive as a result of doing it. Because I know for myself, Like, I am so consistent with doing this now, but in all honesty, this last week, because I haven't had, sessions to be up for, I thought, oh, I'll give myself a bit of a break. I won't wake up as early. I'll maybe like be a little bit lax with my routine. And I can hand on heart say that my mental health has suffered because of it. Like, I have not felt as organized. I have not felt as kind of intentional. And so I am speaking from experience that when you start doing this and you start to see the benefits of it, it's something that you will do for the rest of your life. But that being said, you do have to make it your own. So the thing to remember is that this should make you feel good. Granted, waking up earlier in the morning might not make you feel good at first. And there are mornings I wake up and I really don't feel like it. But you want this routine to empower you, to motivate you, and to raise your vibrations so that your behaviors are positively impacted. So try the things out that I've written down. If they don't feel good to you, that's okay. You're not supposed to follow this like to the letter and it be exactly perfect for you. It might be, but it's okay if it's not. Then you just want to find something else which does, but don't give up on the idea of journaling and a morning routine, even if it isn't the same morning routine that I've given you, even if it isn't the same kind of journaling that I've given you. Just don't give up on it. Like, try something different, because you may choose to listen to a motivational speech on YouTube. There's a guy called Tony Robbins who is a motivational speaker, but he's very practical. Like, it's not woo-woo stuff. I will listen to one of his motivational speeches in the morning if I'm feeling particularly low, and it literally gets me fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm like buzzing for it. You might prefer to write out your to-do list for the day. That might make you feel good, because you may need that bit of time where you don't normally get that bit of time to just like write out the things that you need to get done for the day. You might want to read a book or listen to a podcast or an audio book or something like that. Like, whatever it is, make it your own, but don't give up on it. So hopefully this has been really useful. I am really excited to see how everybody gets on with this. Because this is a bonus module, you can start this now. You don't have to wait till we start Project U. Like, I would say start it straight away. And I want you to all feed back to me how you are getting on with it. If there are any things that you are struggling with, if you're enjoying it, please let me know, because I am so passionate about this. And I'm so kind of invested in it as a process. I want it to positively impact your lives as well. So I hope that that's good. I hope you find it useful. Please let me know how you get on, and I will see you all very, very shortly. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.